the 50k runs tomorrow. It has come round so fast. So I'm in the preparation stage today, which basically means I'm tying up all the loose ends. I'm going to be getting my fuel bladder and all that kind of stuff sorted, my checklist, my camera's all charged. I'm now off to see my physio who looks after me generally, who's going to tape me up in a couple of places, because generally at the end of the day there's areas where I would have like little niggles on longer runs where like one of my Achilles would ache a little bit, and I'm like, at 20k half marathon distance that's not an issue, but maybe at 50k that's gonna become real. And like I said, I want to avoid injury, so there's a couple of places I'm just gonna go and get the Kinesis tape put on, just to kind of support the joint in the area a little bit more so it can take a little bit more impact.
Coordination might be the problem.
So that is the taping done. I have just got home. So with this kind of stuff, it's more about prevention rather than trying to fix stuff afterwards, because calf strains, Achilles tears and issues and that kind of stuff around the heels, very, very common when you're doing extremely long runs. I'm not getting any issues there whatsoever right now, but the fact is like I don't want to suddenly wake up Sunday and go, why didn't I just tape them up in hindsight, that kind of stuff, just to kind of give them a little bit more protection. My right knee tends to offer a little bit of issue. Sometimes it collapses into pronation. You may have seen when I do some big lifts and stuff. So again, just want to protect the things that I can protect, preparing as much as I possibly can. And when it comes to preparation, this is what we're taking with us. So the simple checklist is as follows. This is obviously a backpack, but it's a 2-litre water bladder. So I'll fill that up with water and a mixture of electrolytes as well, which I will be running in 30-minute partitions back and forth between that. And every 30 minutes to begin with, I'll be having one of these isotonic energy gels, just fast-acting carbohydrates, get straight into the system, give you a little bit of a boost of energy. Things like bananas, if I can stomach those. I'll also have a Lucozade Sport. This kind of stuff just tastes like pure monstrosity. Love it when I'm getting tired. Then also later on, this is when you just start getting other things in just to kind of keep you going and boost your morale as well, I guess. Once this runs out, I've got 4 of these which are going to be pre-made. I don't think I'm going to need them all, don't get me wrong, depends on the weather. With, again, it's just going to be a scoop of electrolytes in there as well to keep those sodium levels up. They will be in the bike with my mate Matt. Then also beforehand, I will be taking a beet shot. I always have a concentrated beet shot for endurance-based stuff. This has got 400 milligrams of nitrates in there, absolute beaut. Just helps a little bit when it comes to endurance-based events. So that's pretty much everything I'm gonna take. And I want to say it's race day, but I'm not racing anyone, so it's run day. Got up, slacks are on, the knee is nicely strapped up, and I'm ready to go. Time for breakfast. One thing that I get asked this all the time, obviously regardless of whether it's endurance, whether it's just general life or training or an event, what is the best breakfast to have before? Every single coach I ever speak to when it comes to any form of endurance event, any form of athletic event that you've not done before, they always say the same thing, the one that you would normally have. And I know that sounds really obvious, because on this day, we change absolutely nothing. Don't suddenly just bring in a new pair of shoes. Don't suddenly bring in a new strategy. Everything is as it has been consistently for a while. So breakfast, 4 eggs, 2 slices of toast. Bosh! Just getting my bladder ready with electrolytes. I've gone for the awesome supplements electrolytes in here. My coach did like a calculation for how much I was going to need based on how much I was going to be running, based on how much water I had. Lots of maths going on in there. All good to go. Bush. We are about an hour, 45 minutes-ish out. I am going to take my beet shot. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Hey! Whoa, hey! I'm not gonna suck your blood.
Running-wise, drills are pretty obvious. Ankles, knees, hips, back, shoulders, full body, absolutely everything, getting them nice and warm. Time for the feet in their home for the next few hours. I did receive very kindly the brand new Nike race shoe version of this just under 2 weeks ago from the guys, but they are so different, and I've only run once since they arrived that I couldn't risk bringing in a new pair of shoes that close to the run. I had quite a few Achilles issues when I first changed trainers last time, and you never really want to change shoes too close to a run. Always give yourself at least 2 or 3 weeks to wear them in, and this technology is so advanced in these race shoes that I put them on and was like, I cannot wait to use them properly. But I was having to essentially learn to work on my stride again with them, so I was like, I'm just gonna stick to what I know. And these are absolutely brilliant shoes as well. So going in, once we're in, we're in. And a little tip for runners, if you get blisters on this instep of your foot or round here when you run, the common misconception is that it's just because it's hot or you've got the wrong socks or you've got the wrong shoes. A lot of the time it's actually people doing their laces up at the bottom far too tight, so it just pulls the cloth and it rubs a lot more on the feet. So you'll notice that I only really do up the top 2 of the crossovers, then I leave the rest at the bottom to just do their thing, because I don't like overly tight trainers anyway, and then it avoids that risk of any crazy blisters happening. I also think Matt has just arrived with his wonderful steed. Basically, all that stuff is going straight in his basket. Let's go and see what he's saying. So here is Matt's trusty steed and my saviour for the day. So he is kindly going to be riding alongside me with all the bits and pieces I'm going to need as we go round. All the bits that you've obviously already seen. And it dawned on him as well yesterday, because he's going constantly thinking, well, you're running 50k, I've just got to cycle alongside you. And I think you realised actually yesterday that 50k on a bike's still going to be pretty miserable, isn't it?
It's still pretty long, isn't it? When we did the test run and it was 4 hours, that was still pretty stinking on the legs.
Yeah, so we did 4 hours. When I did the 4-hour fuel test, Matt obviously did it alongside me, and I think this is a solid unit.
It's probably going to be harder work.
It's going to be such hard work. Right, we're loaded up and we're taking the walk down. Just moving the legs. Matt's getting ready. It's getting used to the amount of speed wobble that's going to happen with that front basket. But we're going down and we're going to sit. So basically from now on, all you're practically going to see is Matt's face talking to the camera, telling you what's going on, and then I've just said at every 10k-ish, just check in on me. And if I speak, I speak. If I don't, you know that I'm in a bad place.
And he is off. So YouTube team, hoping you can hear me. I may live to regret this, but Leon is running at a savage pace at the moment, so you're obviously going to know the fate, and as I am by the time I watch this, but if he keeps this going, fair play, mate. He's moving nicely. $10k in. He did the first 10k in 48.54, so slightly quicker than a 5-minute kilometre pace, which, like I said earlier, is a pretty savage pace. 22 down, and my feet are killing me. But we're doing it. How are you doing running away? Hey, I've got to run back to my bike now. Keep going, mate. Little update, we have gone past the 30k point. As Leon has said himself, he is now in a little dark patch, but he has just started singing to himself, so that can be only positive. And I'm going to stop filming before I get hit by a car. So it looks like 1 is about to be 2. John Chapman! Here he is. Hello, hello, hello. Along for the journey now for... Are you going to do the last bit, John? Is that the plan?
The whole thing now, apologies for that. The rare occasions that I'll ever run. Well, that needs must.
Under 15k left now. 8 to 10k left. Headphones have gone back in. He is definitely starting to feel it now. We are about 6-7k away from being done, but we have realised that at some point we have made a wrong turn, so we're going to come up a bit short, so we're going to have to add a bit on. But Leon is currently showing one of his best traits that not a lot of people will ever get to see, but the guy just doesn't complain. He's realised he's made a mistake somewhere and gone, alright, I'll have to carry on. Hasn't complained, hasn't moaned, hasn't given him a sob story. He just shut up, headphones in, and got on with it. So Leon, respect mate. Leon after 44k, or John after 6.
Yeah, we've got past 43. Yeah, I've got that. You going, buddy?
And by far, that is the worst thing I've ever done. And we came in sub 5 hours, so 4:49, so I was really happy with that. And now the guys have set me up an ice bath, so let's get in.
Ooh, nice but horrible.
It's cold.
It's cold, but it's what he wants to do because he's next to on the way. And he's in.
How does that feel?
But amazing at the same time.
Are you getting injected? Oh, I was going to get you crawling.
So I genuinely have no idea what the last clip was that you guys saw, but we're back. My wife has been amazing amongst my friends and family. I've had an ice bath and necked about 2 liters of water. I haven't eaten anything yet. If anyone is out there who's ever done like endurance-based stuff, you'll know that sickly kind of feeling because all you've consumed is fast-acting sugars and electrolytes for however long. And obviously all my water had electrolytes in, so it's been golden to just have some normal water. So I've now gone from ice bath to hot bath. I'm gonna get this K-tape off my legs, and then probably going to eat extremely large tonight. Plenty of fat, plenty of carbs in there, plenty of protein. And then tomorrow do something quite light, probably sit on the bike maybe for 10 minutes, go for a small walk with the family, because the key is to just keep moving, keep getting blood around the body. But very proud, very happy. Thank you so much for coming along as always, and I will see you in the next one. Now we recover. What's up, team? So I just wanted to jump back on. It's been a couple of days since the run. It's now Tuesday. The run was on Saturday, and I just finished editing the video. And first of all, thank you to Matt for cracking on and probably being in the hardest circumstances or environment to try and make a video and document my run. I really appreciate it, especially the moments of finishing, my daughter coming to see me and my family being there. It was a very magical moment. But the body's feeling great. You know, it's normally a question that a lot of people have. They're like, how are you feeling now? How are the legs? Body feels amazing. I'm extremely proud to say that. You know, the whole challenge for me was not all about the pure physicality. You know, a lot of people look at it and say, oh, you're running 50k because you want to be able to say you've run 50k. Yeah, that's great. But for me, the questions were more around, do I have the place in my head mentally to still go to that point where it really sucks, but we can adapt in that moment and move, which was really nice. It was a really nice answer to be able to gain, and it was wonderful words from Matt, who complimented me on that when we had obviously the issue with the run. It's that level of, you have to accept that that's the reality and you move on. And it's something that in day-to-day moments I'm pretty good at, but am I good at that when the pressure's really on and things really suck? That's something that I really value. I hold it as high value, always have done. So the physicality side of things, it's cool, great to be able to say around 50k in sub 5 hours. I'm immensely proud of that. But again, in terms of the physicality side of things, I'm more proud of how my body is returned to a very good place very quickly. I trained for the first time this morning, done some rowing intervals and some push-ups. Yeah, felt pretty taxed, but I'm able to move again, and that is testament to the strength training, resistance stuff that I put alongside it. I look after myself as much as I possibly can. I have a great team and coach around me who look after me. So yeah, I'm really happy. What have I learned from the run? 50k is a very long way. It's a very long way. And I've also learned that the body will go a lot further if you get this in check than you will ever imagine. I ran the first 25k in 2 hours 4 minutes, which was fast. Like, that's fast. I've never run any further than 25k. I think the furthest I've actually run is about 14-15 miles, which might, I don't know the maths, but that's the furthest I've ever run. So that back 25k was gonna suck. So everybody was like, go out slow because that's going to hurt later on. The back 25k took 2 hours and 44 minutes. And that's a lot of plugging into here, which was amazing. So yeah, I just wanted to jump back in, say everything's all good, we're moving forward. We've got loads of new goals and challenges that I will be sharing and endeavouring to get done over the next year, because again, I just want to help motivate and inspire as many people as I possibly can to get outside your comfort zone. We raised so far double the amount of money, double the target that I wanted to raise for Mind Charity as well, so thank you all so much for your donations. I will be back with another video soon. Next up, I think we've got 3 weeks. I've now got 3 weeks to get ready for the Turf Games. We've got to try and retain our title from 2 years ago. So back to the lifting. Come and do some lifting with us. We'll see you soon. Oh, and also, if you want to work out with me and JC in a digital or a physical capacity, keep an eye on our socials, because we've got something very cool coming very soon to help a lot more of you move, enjoy your training and explore your potential. So I'll see you soon.